YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video. Guys, we are back. Let's look at this beauty right here. How did we get here though? All right, guys, so let me offer you a synopsis to how we got here talking about this particular product that we are reviewing today, okay? My most recent two videos, and they were pretty widespread about a month ago, were about this arcade board. Actually, let me go a little bit further. 2 months ago, I actually visited a friend of mine's storage space where he houses some of his arcade machines. I'll card that video in if you were interested in seeing that vlog. Gives you some context. Towards the end of that video, he gifted me with this product that we're going to be talking about today, which led to my two videos after that being me trying to create what I coined in the video title to be like the best arcade stick, okay? And all I was just referencing was like, this is an actual arcade board, okay? So some ignorance, when I received this product, I thought that it was like a panel from a Big Blue. I thought it was a panel from a Big Blue. I'm sorry about that. And so that is not the case. This is actually a arcade board that is from the Sega, and it's a part of a larger piece that essentially is like an arcade Naomi panel, right? So, you know, my friend gave it to me probably with the intentions of thinking, hey, you know, give TKK this piece, he'll get the other piece. He'll have another arcade because he's a super purist. Me, on the other hand, I'm all about trying to configure some stuff and make it work, you know, more modern, right? So, you know, I got this board and I immediately said, hey, I wanted to modify this thing. And this is where we are. The most recent two videos were part one, part two, just kind of taking you through there. So if you want to kind of see where we are in this journey, this is pretty much a conclusion, leading up to the point of now having it where I want it to be, with maybe some changes coming down the future. Let's take a look at this thing right after this intro. All right, guys, so welcome back to the channel. Give you another overview of this as we discuss this product. Now, have you seen the first two videos about this, or if you were kind of following this for some conclusions, here we are. And we're going to talk about like how we got to this point. Right now, as it stands, I'm pretty much happy with this, okay? Aesthetically, I talked about doing some different things with this. Talked about changing the top, and decided that right now I'm not going to make any decisions to mess with any of that. What we did do is we added some buttons, and we made some attempts, some buttons that didn't go, but we did successfully get that T-moding on there. Went with the black. This came with yellow originally. I just felt like the black would pop better with the aesthetic that I wanted. You'll see in the future what the end game will be, which is only going to be just changing the panel and maybe putting something custom on the panel. I'll show you that. But we did swap out the Samba, so we do have an actual Samba stick in here. We've got the black configuration there, 6 buttons black. Start button actually does function in this. The black ball top. I think this looks really good, really clean, super arcade-like. And the panel that came with this does have some black trim onto there, so ties in really well. I do love, and I stated this in video 2, that this Sega matches that. So I'm really interested in keeping that to be the same. The only opportunity with this factory panel is that you got some rust that does show there, but it does add a little bit of character. Clean it up as much as I can, and that is what it is. Now around to the side, we did add a couple of buttons. I tried for button here, button there. The person that I had doing the woodwork, I'm not skilled with this, so I didn't want to be the one to mess it up. And it ended up getting messed up, but you know what? It's okay. So this button cover was actually one of the few that were on top. If you've seen video 1, the hole didn't take there, but we drilled it a little bit more and got that hole there just to put the cover there. So that worked out, but I was able to successfully get 2 buttons there, which do give me back and guide, or select and guide, depending on the platform that you're playing on. So start on the top, the back button, the select button, and the guide button going to be on the side. So fully functional when it comes down to that point. Now, I made an effort, and I'll show you in just a second, to get these buttons in front. If you remember from video one. There were two locks that were here, and we've got this piece of plastic here because we tried to drill holes in there, and it did not turn out to be successful. Okay. And I'll show you that in a second, but you know, this piece of plastic was made to save grace, you know, to give this thing an aesthetic consistency where it looked cleaner than what it did look like when you mess up. So let's take a look at this. Open this on up. And there she is. Cables all managed and such. The back and the guide button, select and guide. That Brooks board there. I believe that's called the UB5. All my buttons wired up. Catch you from the different side so you can take a look and see. We tried to get those holes. We had the locks there, man, and it didn't come out to be perfect. Yeah, my hope was to get the buttons there. But to be honest with you, after I got them there, I was like, man, you know, I didn't think about the wiring. So my wiring for here wasn't reaching down here without me doing extensions or anything. So I was like, you know what, I should have just shot with that as an idea. Initially, I just wanted to try to, I don't know, I wanted it to be unique, which it is unique, but got this plastic piece here just to kind of cover that. And this can be cleaned up at the bottom. It's not 100%. It's cleaner on the top, but yeah. That T-molding went on pretty well. Black all the way around. And this is a real arcade, you know, piece. So it's not really an arcade stick. It's a whole board. Let me show you the bottom. And here's the bottom. There was an attempt made just to levitate this a little bit, just to give it a little bit of space, just because there's a hole at the bottom of this, and have to run a USB there. I've got a 10-foot USB B to A. So printer cable, that's what goes inside, and that'll just kind of route in there. And should have enough space with this being there for the cable to just run down for me to set it on a flat surface to be able to use. Let's see if we can get this down without slamming it. We're good. So let's take it to the future panel. You just might have got a glimpse at it. All right, so let's bring some conclusions to this. And I just wanted to end it by showing you what the future looks like. This piece up top, you know, very cool. On the right, got a very unique cutout opening there for me to be able to put a card reader that I'm not interested in doing. So I'll be able to do something custom with like a 3D printer maybe. You know, will open me up to being able to make it a little bit more of my own. Now can do 8 buttons versus the 6, and get the start button on the left versus the right, which I think is going to be very unique. In any event, that's going to be something in the future. As of right now, I really think that I got this thing to a place where I'm happy with it. And it's pretty unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen anybody, you know, kind of have this particular panel and make it their own and have it where they can use it on PC, PS5, Xbox, and etc. And so I'm excited about that. It's not the most conventional arcade stick because it's an actual board. But, you know, this is what I got. I want to know what you guys think. I wanted to share this with you as we're about to transition over to TVs again on the channel. We're about to go crazy. I got an 83-inch coming. This is a 77 895L, big dog TV, but we got an 83-inch coming, so I moved my PC back in here. So we're about to go ahead and do that, and I wanted to, you know, go ahead and make sure I got this piece of content ended because I've had a couple of people ask me. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video, okay? Peace, God bless, and as I always say, max love.